Hi everyone, Kelly Donahue Piero here. And if any of you are following me on social media, you know that I've been doing 75 hard. And this week we're going to talk all about how 75 hard has taught me some really great business lessons. So if any of you don't know what 75 hard is, it's a 75-day mental toughness challenge where you have to work out twice a day, once outside, no matter the weather. You have to read 10 pages of any nonfiction book of your choice. You have to drink a gallon of water a day. You have to stick to a diet with no cheat meals. And you have to take a progress picture of yourself every day, and it gets tracked in an app. And you might be thinking, well, don't you need a rest day? Don't you get a cheat day? You don't. In fact, if you screw up even once, you're going back to the beginning. I'm recording this when I have 20 days left, and generally we're about 6 weeks ahead on our broadcasting. So hopefully I'm recording this and I have successfully completed 75 hard. But I want to say that the first business lesson that I've learned by doing this is judgment. So before 75 hard, I had a couple friends that were doing it. I was like, oh my gosh, I couldn't give up drinking, because that's another component, is you can't drink a sip of alcohol. And I was like, that's not for me. I couldn't give up drinking. And honestly, it's my favorite part of the whole scenario. I feel clearer. I feel more energized. I just feel better in general. And so a few things on judgment, and I'm going to talk a few things on drinking if you're considering doing 75 hard or just want to cut back. The judgment component of it thought, gosh, I haven't not drank in 75 days since high school? And it just became such a part of everything. In my head, it was this overwhelming situation. But in ultimate practice, after I tried it, experienced it, I can say I'm a completely different person because of it. And when I go into agencies, I often see judgment on things. I see judgment. We can't make renewal calls. I don't want to wear a headset. I don't like them. I don't like how they feel. And let me just tell you on the headset one, I often ask people right then and there, have you tried one? No. And I'm like, judgment. Now, for most people, we don't want to be known as judgmental, but we judge things all day long. And so if you're judging anything right now, ask yourself, have I tried it for 30 days to give it a clear picture? Or is it just, I don't want to go through the discomfort that I may perceive to get there? Now, step 2 on this is, cutting down drinking has been an amazing situation for me. Now, I will say I don't think I had a problem with drinking, but it was part of my weekly activities. By not doing it, I'm sleeping better, I'm exercising more, and just in general, much, much sharper, and I'm getting a lot more done. So here's the thing. I listened to a podcast by Glennon Doyle, and she's a recovering addict, and she said, when you say, I've got to go home and have a drink because I'm stressed out, I had a rough day, maybe instead you should deal with the thing that's stressing you out versus have a drink. And that just really, really resonated with me. It's also resonated with me differences in relationships. So if I'm only going out and hanging out with people who enjoy having a drink with me, well, what is that relationship really? So it's opened my eyes to a lot of things. But going back to judgment, if you see judgment on your team or you're judging something, I'm going to ask you, could you, at your age bracket, however old you are, give it an honest 30 days just as a trial. Get rid of all the judgment. Understand that there's plenty of people out there that either wear headsets or make renewal calls or cross-sell on every call, whatever it is that's holding you back that you're judging, and just say, I'm going to keep an open mind about it. You may have to work pretty hard at it, but if you do, you might be surprised at how many things you're judging that really do benefit you, and you're putting up an unnecessary fight. So, who's with me on getting rid of some judgment? Our next video that I'm having 75 hard is excuses. So I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. Hey everyone, so you're listening all about how not to become the next blockbuster, which I hope is resonating with you. And one step in doing that is setting growth goals for your agency. I see a lot of agencies that just don't set goals because it's uncomfortable. You're not sure how to track it. What if you lose? Who's going to pay attention to it? And that's the things we all have to kind of get through and get away from, because goals are incredibly important. 1, to celebrate, and 2, to understand what's working and what's not working. And many agency owners never set goals, so they're not sure where to start. And that's what we have with this process pack. For $200, you can go ahead and get how to set your goals. There's a calculator that we use that says, hey, this is where you are, this is where you want to be with retention and rate increases. This is what we need to do. and then how to roll them out to your team, how to incentivize your team to embrace goals, what to expect as you push your team to be more goal orientated. But now is a great time to do this as we head towards the end of the year. What time other than now to start just getting everyone used to goals? It's right now. Let's do it. Let's not become Blockbuster, right? So check out our agency process pack, all about how to set those goals. And, we would love for you to check out our other process packs as well. Until then, go get your goals going, guys. And don't become Blockbuster. We'll see you soon.